just love it, man. I love everything about this. I love the stage. I love the action. Main event. Unfortunately, the title will not be on the line, but his pride will be, and that's good enough for me.
Any response, Tim?
You bring that energy, man. I want that energy coming into the fight because when I do, and mark my words, I will knock you out in under 12 rounds.
You can try, my man. You can try, but you're going to get more than energy. You're going to get these hands, baby, all up in your face.
You're going to be running. You're going to be running, and I'm going to be catching you like a little gazelle.
Yo, fat feet, slow. Man, look, in Australia, that's an island very far away. I did not know flat-footed Mexicans were born in Australia. Tszyu? Mexican Tszyu, what you gonna do?
I got a Mexican style.
Mexican Tszyu, what you gonna do?
I got a Mexican style, but Mexican styles are one of the greatest styles in the world, so don't be disrespecting Mexican styles.
I ain't lost to no Mexican. Do your research. Watch more tape.
Don't be running.
Watch more tape if you want to debate.
Don't be running.
I have not lost to no flat-footed, slow
don't be running
Mexicans, okay?
Don't be running like a gazelle.
You just want me to stand there?
Don't be
Please
running.
Please let me beat you up, Keith.
Let's go.
Please let me beat you up. Can I punch you in the face?
Okay, middle of the ring.
Can I punch you? Please.
Middle of the ring.
I'll be right there, baby.
All right.
I'll be right there.
Deal.
I won't be hard to find.
Beautiful. That's what I want.
Dontaesboxingnation, what's going on, guys? So you heard what Keith Thurman said. He's fired up. He called Tim Tszyu a flat-footed Mexican. Now, while the majority of fans feel that Tim Tszyu is going to destroy Keith Thurman, I don't know if Thurman is truly underestimating Tim Tszyu or he's just trying to promote the fight. But I can tell you right now, for sure, Tim Tszyu is no flat-footed Mexican. I mean, to be honest, not even Mexican fighters today want to fight like a quote-unquote flat-footed Mexican because this sport evolves so much. That Mexican style will get you knocked out quicker than any other style. This is the reason why we don't even see too many Mexican fighters emulating the Julio Cesar Chavez style. We haven't seen a Julio Cesar Chavez in the ring since Chavez. I mean, just think about it. When is the last time you heard a trainer or you heard fans say, this Mexican fighter is the next Julio Cesar Chavez? We always hear people say, this guy or that guy is the next Floyd Mayweather. And it's not just black fighters. Because when Mikey Garcia was pound for pound one of the best fighters in the world, Mexican fans were calling him the Mexican Mayweather. They weren't calling him the next Chavez.
What do you think about Mikey Garcia?
Mikey Garcia is the best 135 pounds down, and I think he's got the best boxing skills. You know, you can consider him the next, you know, everybody keeps considering Adrian Broner the next Mayweather, but you know what? I say Adrian Broner's overrated, and I think that Mikey Garcia is the Mexican Mayweather.
You hear this, Melena? He said Mikey Garcia is the Mexican Mayweather.
Mikey Garcia?
Boy, you know that pissed off Ellie hearing that. Remember, this is a guy who got banned from Mayweather's gym from all the stuff he was saying about Mayweather. Ellie's setback, that is. You know, for those of you guys who've been following my channel since day one, you probably know I put out a trailer where I was putting together somewhat of a documentary called Number One in the Nation. It was a documentary of one of the biggest national tournaments in the country for kids under 15. The kids that win this tournament usually become the next Floyd Mayweather, the next De La Hoyas, the next Errol Spencers, Terrence Crawford, etc. While on camera, I probably talked to, 30 to 40 kids, and I asked all of them who was their favorite fighter. Surprisingly, the majority of them said Floyd Mayweather. And the vast majority of these kids would be black and Mexican, and then you would have some Puerto Rican kids as well. I'm not saying they all said Mayweather. I'm saying the vast majority of them said Mayweather was their favorite fighter. At the end of the day, we've seen almost every fighter today try to use the Floyd Mayweather shoulder roll or the Philly shell that Floyd Mayweather made popular. So like I said, we haven't seen too many Chavezes today, or at least not too many successful Chavezes. Even Canelo Alvarez tries to emulate Floyd Mayweather's style. We've seen him using the shoulder roll. We've seen him trying to use fancy head movement. We even seen him using foot movement when he was fighting against Gennady Golovkin. Understand this, guys. Just because a fighter is aggressive obviously doesn't automatically make him quote-unquote Mexican style. What David Benavidez does is not Mexican style. If David Benavidez fought like Julio Cesar Chavez, he would not be where he is today. He would end up being another Margarito or Oscar Valdez. When he fought against Demetrius Andrade, he hardly even got touched in the fight. Fighters like Julio Cesar Chavez, Antonio Margarito, let me say it again, they used to take like 5 punches just to land their 6 or 7. Now, you might be able to get away with that against limited opposition, but you can't get away with it against the elite with a high boxing IQ. Now, just keep in mind, guys, those Chavezes and those Margaritos, they weren't getting hit on purpose because they were putting their hands up. They were trying to block the punches. They just didn't have the coordination or the timing or the reflexes. Remember, guys, Mike Tyson was a fighter who came forward, but he didn't have a Mexican flat-footed style. Mike Tyson had one of the best defenses in heavyweight history. He had a better defense than Muhammad Ali. So when it comes to Tszyu, he doesn't have a Mexican style at all. At first, it looked like all Tszyu had was his father's last name. When I watched Tszyu versus Jeff Horn, that's when I realized he was a contender. When I seen him fight Tony Harrison, that's when I realized he was better than I thought. It looked like he slightly got exposed in the Terrell Goucher fight. And still, I'm not 100% sure if it was just the different styles of a Tony Harrison versus a Terrell Goucher. But it looked like he definitely improved on his defense. This is an unusual situation for Keith Thurman because this is pretty much one of the first times he's been a complete underdog in a fight. Like I said, not only is almost everyone expecting him to lose this fight, but a lot of people are expecting him to get completely obliterated. I mean, when you look at the way Keith Thurman looked when he fought against Mario Barrios, and now he's coming off this extremely long layoff and moving up in weight, it's truly a David versus Goliath situation. Now remember, guys, when Shakur Stevenson fought against Oscar Valdez, even though it was Shakur that moved up in weight to fight Valdez, you had old media reporters like Fight Hub that was already making excuses for Valdez, telling Shakur Stevenson that Valdez was too small for him. Let's see if they say the same things now, that Tszyu is naturally the bigger guy, the guy in his prime, the active fighter. Let's see if they try to discredit Tszyu before he even gets the win he's expected to get. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.
Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com.
All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called LO Deki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to lodeki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.